Hi everyone, my name is Skylar, and today I'm going to be presenting on PCP, um, known as phencyclidine. Okay, so here's my table of contents. First, we're just going to be talking basically all about PCP, history, facts, effects, risk, consequences, and then a little bit about medical management. Then we're going to get into the AIT journal, my mission statement, and then lastly, my collage. All right. So a little bit of history about PCP. So PCP was first developed in the 1950s as an intravenous aesthetic, but due to its adverse side effects, such as schizophrenia-like symptoms, it was discontinued for human use. After that, it was then used as an animal tranquilizer, but because of people always stealing it and the high rate of theft, that was revoked too. So pretty much right now, it's not really commonly used. Um, and because of all this, like theft and everything, PCP was made um an illegal drug and is classified as a Schedule II drug. And most, if not all, PCP is made illegally in the United States in unknown laboratories. And then I put this at the bottom just because I saw it during my research, but it's known as several different names, such as angel dust, butt naked, purple rain, yellow fever, and zombie, which I thought these names were pretty crazy. Some of them seem a little outdated, but who knows? All right. So some PCP facts. So this is mainly about like looks and like the usage of the drug. So the looks. PCP's true form is a pure white crystal powder, which a lot of drugs are like this. It can be made into tablet or capsule form, and then it's often discolored because of contaminants from being made in makeshift laboratories and stuff like that. And the consistency, because of that, can range from a powder to even a gummy texture. For usage, it can be taken orally, smoked, sniffed, or even injected. Um, the most preferred way is to smoke it, which most people would add the powder to marijuana or like tobacco, and then smoke it that way. And then through my research, I saw that uh, wet weed is a term for PCP laced marijuana. Um, you can also dip the marijuana cigarettes into liquid PCP, so like melting the PCP down and then smoking it that way. And then smoking often helps to control the amount of PCP used and having a better idea of the dosage, because the own individual has to put it on like whatever they're lacing to smoke it. And then after smoking, the effects appear within 1 to 5 minutes, which I thought was crazy. Like that's pretty fast. And then the peak is within the next 5 to 30 minutes. And then the high lasts 4 to 6 hours with a 6 to 24 hour come down. So you'll be feeling the effects you could feel it for about a day. All right, so some effects on the body. So physiologically, so that means like your body, not your mind. So low doses give similar effects of alcohol intoxication. So uh loss of like balance and things like that. Increasing a dose heightens the person's insensitivity and can create fully anesthetic effects. Flushing, excessive sweating, a blank stare, increased blood pressure, heart rate, those are all symptoms of taking PCP. And then in high doses, nystagmus is present, which is like the movement of your eyes, like you can't focus on one thing, so your eyes are just bouncing around. Muscular incoordination, double vision, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, coma, convulsions, and then death in serious cases. And then physiologically, It gives the users feelings of strength, power, and invulnerability, so they feel the best, like they literally are on a high. It creates perceptual distortions. You're unable to interpret like your environment and emotions, and because of this, a lot of people on PCP act violently. They can even throw themselves in front of cars, attack people unprovoked. It just creates um it creates an environment around you where you're just yeah, sorry. That's my thought. Okay. Um so it induces psychosis fits similar to schizophrenia and hallucinations. And then it also makes the user violent and very paranoid. Okay. Some risk and consequences. So tolerance can be developed. Users may complain about cravings when they stop the drug. This is a type of addiction symptom. And then for long term, there could be long-term difficulties in memory, speech, and thinking. Social isolation, states of anxiety, nervousness, and extreme agitation are common when abusing this drug long term. These problems can persist for 6 to 12 months, even after stopping the usage. And then for younger users, it can affect your growth hormones and impede on the learning abilities of teenagers. All right, so medical treatments. So overdose symptoms of this drug are very, very similar to schizophrenic episodes and things of that nature. So they're often missed or misdiagnosed. A lot of the time, they won't even know the person's on PCP until they do um, further research into the patient. And then management for a patient includes a quiet environment, protection from self-harm, and the availability to hospital facilities. Patients are better off isolated than being talked down to. This is due to the drug causing overstimulation, which we talked about before. These uh, patients that are possibly on PCP can't really interpret their environment and they're just overly stimulated and become really violent. So Valium or hy Halprodol, I hope I'm saying that right, can be used to sedate the patient and control convulsions. So that's helping with like the violent side that this drug caused. And then in worst cases, restraints and extra staff may be needed to keep the patient from hurting themselves or even others. All right, so a little about the AIT journal and then me and how it affected me. So my three main uh topics that I really found clarity or a realization in or were affected by the AIT journal were school, relationships, and my body. Overall, like throughout doing all the AIT journals, I feel like I did learn a lot about myself, and it was nice to be able to sit down and reflect on my feelings on these different topics. I personally have never journaled in my life, um, but getting it was a thing to get used to because I don't really like to address my feelings a lot. So my first few journals were a little rocky. I was just getting used to like what I wanted to say and what I wanted to write out. But I feel like towards the end, I really opened up and let the journal be a tool for me. So with that being said, we'll start with the school. So with school, I felt like it made me reflect on the areas that I struggle in, mostly studying and not falling short to procrastination. Um, Also ideas, it helped with ideas of like imposter syndrome, which is was really prevalent with me like in my first years of college, and everything like that. And yeah, it just helped me with those ideas and getting over those feelings and like that pent up trauma of not processing those emotions from beginning years. And then in relationships, it made me realize what specific things and actions that hurt me in relationships, platonic and romantic. And then also help me reflect on ways I could be a better partner, like not jumping to conclusions and assuming what the other person thinks, because I feel like that's where a lot of problems stem from. You jump to conclusions and then you're accusing the other person when it's not even a reality. You're just thinking that in your head. And then I apply those concepts to like my current relationship right now, and I feel like we're in a good spot and we're doing good. And doing my AIT journal for that just made me realize what I want to be and how I want to be um, in a romantic and even platonic relationship. And then for body, I realized how prevalent my body image issues were. And then realizing where that trauma stemmed from, and then learning ways that I can better the situation, be nicer to myself, affirmations, uh, changing my clothing, not wearing such baggy clothing because I feel like that gives like almost a body dysmorphia type feeling to me. I can't really see like what I look like and just things like that. And then yeah. Okay. So my next thing is my mission statement. I'm a caring, loving, and generous person who believes in the value of respect and kindness for others. I feel valued, worthy, loved, and commit to protecting those aspects that I deserve. I strive for confidence, success, and honoring myself by staying true to my core values of good integrity, being fair and loyal, accepting of all, and treating others how I would want to be treated. And then lastly, we have my collage. So in the top left corner, I have like a few of my own images of just like traveling and places that I've gone last year and the beginning of this year. I want more of that for my future. I feel like having a trip every now and then relieves so much stress in my life, like in my day-to-day life. And I love having something to look forward to and work my way to. It really keeps me going and gives like that drive. And then below that, I have like a little clip art image of a family. I currently live in Long Beach for school, and my family's about like an hour and a half away, so I don't often see them that much. I tend to go on the weekends or whenever I can. I just this year I've been extremely busy. It's my most busiest year. Um, so I just wanted to put that in because I want to see them more. My relationships had gotten a little strained just because of not seeing them. So I want to spend more time with them and make that a priority. And then next to that, it says the designer says, and it's like a little picture of a book. Um, my major is interior design. So I also put in getting accepted to the BFA program for interior design here, which I got my acceptance uh, earlier in April. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to do good in the program, put my all into it. I'm hoping for the best for next semester, so I wanted to put that in there. Below that is a little picture of like weights. I recently started my gym journey. Um, and I've been going strong, so I'm excited about that. It makes me feel way better about myself, and it just makes you feel good throughout the day. Makes you sleep better and everything like that. So I want to continue that. I want to do good in that, and I want to continue my progress. Um, Next to that is a little picture of me and my friends. Again, because I'm so busy this semester and a year in general, um, my relationship with my friends had also gotten a little strained just because we haven't been seeing each other. Both of them are graduating, so they've also been extremely busy. And I just want to, in the next few months, rekindle that relationship. It's going to be summer. I want to do a lot of fun things with them, everything like that. Um, yeah, just more progress with my friends, building that bond. On top of that, I have a picture of me and my boyfriend and a sunset. So the sunset, because I just want to spend more time outdoors. I feel like I didn't do a lot of that in the last year. And every time I did do that, I just felt more at peace, more connected with um, just nature and everything like that. And I love being outdoors. So I want to do more hikes, more stuff like that. I feel like it's being outside and being connected with nature is really good for your wellness and everything like that. So I want to do more of that in the next few months, next year. And then a picture of my boyfriend because, um, like I said in my AIT journal, we recently got together and I want to grow with him and have more growth and have him throughout the rest of my years. Um, all right, so that's basically it. That's my presentation on PCP, my AIT journal, my collage, everything like that. Thank you guys.